Hey guys, JT here with another running video of my Wltoys 12428 model. I took this in because I had to do a little bit of work on it. It wasn't anything bad or what I thought it was. Actually, when I was driving it, the steering was actually moving like that, and I wasn't sure, but everything was turning. What I'll do is in my initial first run thoughts of this car, after I run it a few more times, I'll put what I did to it. But basically, you can't see it now, but there's a little piece, plastic piece right here that's like a bar that actually connects the steering to go left and right with it. And what happens is if dirt and grind get in there, it actually keeps the turning radius from turning all the way. At first I thought it was a servo saver, it wasn't that. And then I did a little research and then looked into it. So what you'll need to do is get like some graphite lubricant or something and put a little bit on there. I don't recommend oil because oil is just gonna collect dirt and stuff, and it's gonna restrict that steering and stuff for it. But once you put a little bit of that in there, it's gonna be good to go. I saw some guys where they said when they got some of the earlier models that the little plastic piece, and like I said, I'll point that out in my first initial thought runs of this, where they actually had to do a little trimming and stuff on that. But this is one of the updated models where they've actually done that. So you just need to put a little bit, like I said, that graphite on there to get a little lubrication so that this can actually steer and turn. Because when I ran it, I was like, oh man, what happened? But it was just that. It wasn't anything major. So first run thoughts of this, I'll still have to do some speed tests for it and get this motor broken in a little bit more. I've been out here running this thing for about, I don't know, about 6 or 7, 8 minutes already so far. So but for what it's worth, I've been enjoying it. I've driven this thing several times, and I've also driven it at night, and it actually looks pretty cool at night because of the 6 LED lights on the front of it. I'm just driving out here to kind of test a couple of things as well. So my biggest thing was that steering, and I wasn't sure what it was, and I actually took everything apart and kept looking at it and couldn't figure out. It took me about, I don't know, 20-30 minutes to go in and look at that and then do a little bit of research to find out what it was, and just found that piece needed to be lubricated. Once I did that, it was fine. Oh, got it flipped over. And since I am driving out here on concrete, it is getting a little bit more traction than it would in the grass. Somebody had actually messaged me and asked me, would this be a good toy for a child? And I said it would be. It's going to be a little fast. I think their child was 7 years old. And what I recommended was for them to try to reduce some of the speed. Now, there's nothing on here to put it in like a training mode or anything, but let me show you guys something real quick that I recommended for him to do. And you can do this for any car. So on these pistol grip type radios and stuff, you can actually put some tape or put something in kind of where my finger's at to limit them from squeezing the throttle all the way. That'll limit the speed and power until they get used to it. Because a lot of times when kids go out and they drive stuff like this, they just go wild with it. And they run into mailboxes, curves and stuff, and it doesn't break the first few times, and they continue to do it. Then they end up breaking it because they're not used to it. And by the time they get used to it, they end up breaking it. So that's not just this car, that's any car. So I do recommend if someone was going to get this for a child for the first time, go ahead and put like a limiter or something. I think a company may actually make one. You guys may know of one. But I've told people before just to put some tape around here and put something here to keep them from squeezing this throttle all the way back until they get used to running it. That'll avoid them crashing it, breaking it, running into people, running into people's cars. I've seen that before. So Anyway, first impressions have been good. I would take it over to this field over here, but I just saw this lady over there with 2 big old dogs. And not so much that I'm scared of dogs, but I don't want to hit any doggy landmines. And they were over there for a good minute, so she probably stopped over there and let them do their business. So I'll wait till they clean that up before I go back over there and run. Because I do want to try it on a grassy area, and I may take it to the park in the next day or two as well, just to see how it handles in grass and get my temp gun out to see the temperature of it as well. But I mean, all in all, you're going to get about between a 9 to 12 minute run time. Normally at this speed here, if you're just going all out. And that's not too bad. I mean, considering it's a 1500 milliamp battery, a LiPo battery that comes with it, not a nickel metal. So anyway, guys, that's another run of this. So far, so good. No issues, no problems. Well, issue was just that, but it wasn't anything that broke or anything. So I'm gonna work on this thing a little bit. I'm gonna put some thicker shock wool in the rear shocks and do a couple of minor adjustments to it and take it out and run again. And I promise I will get a night run as well, so you guys can see those LED lights lit up and see how bright they are. So as always, don't forget to like and subscribe. Find me on Facebook and stay tuned for more videos. Thanks for watching.